Hey y'all, it's Mamaw. I just thought here at Mamaw's Porch and Politics, here all along, I've been posting on this platform what I've been doing on another platform on my lives. And I thought, well, shoot, I'll just go on and do my YouTube lives too, kind of get y'all used to seeing Mamaw. So I hope to build this platform. I ask that you like, follow, and share for me. That would be great, helping old Mamaw out because this is one of the most important election years that we've had in my lifetime, and I've been around a long time. You've all seen my material, and now I hope you'll jump on and join me live when I start doing these. I'm doing a daily live on another platform, and I'll start doing these with much more frequency. Today is January 16th, 2026. Maria Machado came to the White House yesterday and she had to give the taco, which is what I call Donald Trump, her Nobel Peace Prize. He was just tickled as a toddler who found some other kid's fooler. So he took that Nobel Prize and now he thinks he's won the Nobel Peace Prize. I guess in the same way that he took that old soldier's Purple Heart and thought he'd won the Purple Heart, or the way he took the Super Bowl ring from the ball player and thought he'd really won the Super Bowl. Now he thinks he's really won the Nobel Peace Prize. Oh my God, the man's unhinged. But remember, when it comes to the taco, he's like Midas, except everything he touches doesn't turn to gold, it turns to shit, because that's all he knows how to do. And also in our news, one of our porch community, and that's what I call people that join Mamaw on the porch, she did as I had asked and sent a Freedom of Information Act letter to the Department of Justice and heard back. They told her that the first 200 pages and 2 hours were free. After that, they charge her on a per page basis and for the hourly rate. And they'd let her know if it reached $2,500. What was her FOIA request? Why, for the Epstein files and anything from Ghislaine Maxwell. And then I got to thinking, is it really going to be that easy? Y'all might try it. Send a Freedom of Information Act request to the Department of Justice and simply tell them, hey, I'd like to have all those Epstein files. It's within my right to know who in my government might be in them. If it's that simple, maybe Congress will give it a try. Because obviously, Blondie Pambondi, the protector of pedophiles, is not going to comply. She's 28 days out from being in compliance. We are also investigating ICE agents that came from uh, Jamie Raskin. You see, once you've been pardoned, if you were in January 6th, that doesn't erase the fact that you were arrested, that you were tried, and that you were convicted. It just means I forgave you, but those things are still true. So when you're filling out an application to go to work, especially a federal application, you have to tell the truth, or that in itself is a violation of the law. So I wonder how many of those J6ers that have a job with ICE properly filled out their applications. I wonder if they put that they had been arrested and convicted of insurrection or destruction of property or vandalism or domestic terrorism. So even though that they had a pardon, it still has to be on there. Easy way to find out is if Congress simply notifies the Treasury Department they want the applications of everyone who's applied for a job with ICE since January 21st, 2025. Compare those Social Security numbers with the Social Security numbers of the people who were convicted and see what you get. And then see if on those applications they properly filled them out, because that's important in order to get your security clearance and to be able to handle a weapon and all those fun things. A pardon is not a complete exoneration. It's simply a pardon. The other thing is Taco now has put out our new healthcare plan. Go to healthcare.gov says it's a great plan. He's had 10 years to put a great plan together. And guess what the great plan is? He's going to give you money to pay for your health care premiums. That's it. We don't know where the money's coming from. We don't know how much money. We don't know how the money will be paid. We don't know what healthcare insurance companies will take that money. We don't know if it'll pay 100% or if it'll just pay enough to, go get a dinner at Arby's. So that's his big plan. Doesn't cover pre-existing conditions, doesn't cover your kids being on until they're 26 years old, doesn't cover pharmacy, just pretty much Taco says. That's all it takes. Taco says. Yeah, right. So that's how that goes. Then let's see what else this Mamaw got written down here. I scribble everything on a piece of paper. See that? That's my daily deal. Remember that Jack Smith, January 22nd at 10 a.m. will be in front of Congress answering questions for the public to watch. Be sure you jump in and watch that because that's going to be a whole lot of fun too. And the big news of the day, to my mind, is always follow the money. So, where's the oil tanker money? We've received 6 of them now. So, who's the customer and where's the money? Because it has now been a fact that Scott Bessent with the Department of Treasury has acknowledged that there is a bank account in a Qatari bank where some of the money's being held from selling oil that we confiscated from Venezuela. In Qatar. The country that gave Taco a luxury airplane as a free gift. So why would he set up in Qatar? And by the way, did you know that Qatar or Qatar, whatever you want to call it, doesn't have any extradition agreement with the United States? I thought that was interesting. And the other thing to kind of ponder upon is where's the money being kept for this grand ballroom project? It's now up to 400 million. It keeps going up every time you ask him another 50 million. I'm telling you, it's going to be $1 billion before the thing gets built. So as you all know, if it had been done properly, Congress would have allocated the funding. There would have been a special account set up. Then there would have been cost centers to that account in which to pay the contractors and the engineers and the civil planners and that kind of thing. And they all get paid out on these cost centers to build it. Well, he says it's being all done by donation. All right, you still have to have an account. All those donors have to have put money in that account. You still have to set up cost centers to pay. We've got a list of people who say they're going to pay. And boy, there's a lot of conflicts of interest there. But the question still is, where's the money? Because before a contractor shows up, he's going to want verification that you have the funding before he starts spending money. So I asked Taco, where's the money and how much have you actually collected already? Because people might back out due to your unpopularity. These same vendors might back out because they lose a contract. Maybe they drop dead. Maybe their board decides to remove them of CEO so they can't be spending that kind of money. So Taco, where's the money you've collected for the East Wing that you've torn down? Those are the questions that go in my mind because I'm old, So that's my talk of the day, what I call my daily briefing. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope more of you will join in, and I will try to keep this up and keep doing it. So stay salty, everyone. Use your outside voice. Let's be the tsetse fly that drives Taco nuts this year. Bye bye.